So as we know, Bitcoin just had a massive dump this week, especially on Friday, as you can see by this chart. And what I want to show you is the massive opportunity this is creating in the options market. As you can see by these right here, almost like 100% gain across the board. This is for MSTR and also MSTU, like 100, like sometimes 150% gain. These options are expiring next week, so they're kind of far out. They're not even the options that expired last Friday, which were even more. They're up like 400%, but I can't get that data right now. So in this video, I'm going to show you how to take advantage of this Bitcoin volatility to do some options trade. But before I go on, just know that options are incredibly risky. There's a chance that you could potentially lose 100% of your money, but I will do my best to show you how to use the charts and how to use volatility to maybe potentially make some money on options trading. And this would be a good video if you want to learn how to do options trading. So please watch this video till the very end. And again, I want to give this strong disclaimer, like options are incredibly risky. Nothing in this video is trading advice. Just this is for education purpose only. And before you buy options, you should really understand the risk that if your options expire worthless, you lose 100% of your money. You can't even get out at like a 10% or 20% loss. The trade that I'm looking at is a Bitcoin MSTR trade. So if you don't know, MSTR is pretty much a Bitcoin derivative. They are a company, they're pretty much like a holding company for Bitcoin. So when the Bitcoin price moves, MSTR moves accordingly. So there's like a direct correlation between the rise in Bitcoin price and the drawdown in Bitcoin price. So for example, from Tuesday until end of trading on Friday, this company was down 15%. Same thing on the Bitcoin chart. As you see, like from Tuesday until like pretty much end of Friday, the Bitcoin is down like 12%, like yeah, around 12%. And MSTR is down around like 14-15%. MSTR tends to be a little more volatile on the downside compared to Bitcoin. And then I want to show you one more stock. So MSTX is a 2x leverage on MSTR, and there's a few other ones like MSTU. This is a 2x long leverage, but there's also 2x short leverage. So with the 2x short leverage, what happens is as the Bitcoin price goes down, as the MSTR price goes down, the 2x short leverage would go up accordingly. But I want to show you the correlation between MSTR and MXTX. So MSTR went down around like 15%, and look at what happened with MSTX. During the same exact time period, this went down like 30%. But the same thing happens on the upside. So for example, we're on the 15-minute scale, so I want to show you something else. So on the upside, before this massive dump, you know how Bitcoin was on a massive rally? So we take it from like Monday until like say next Monday, the stock rallied 16%, but look at what happened with MSTX. It pretty much doubled. And so on MSTX, which is a 2x leverage on MSTR from Monday till the following Monday, it rallied 29%. So it's pretty much like trading on leverage without having to put up margin. So that's how you have to think about it. But what I want to focus on is this incredible opportunity that we're seeing in the options market. So right now, these are all the put options for MSTR. These are all the put options, and it didn't matter like when you bought it. Like, look, they're all about up 100%. And these are the put options for MSTX. Same thing, they're up about like 100, some of them 135. The reason I'm showing you MSTR and MSTX is because, for example, for you to buy a $300 put on MSTR, it's $10 a contract. So that comes out to about like $1,000. If you wanted to buy some contracts at the $300 price point, say on Thursday, it would cost you, say it went up by $4.92. So say it was around like, say $5, but that 5 would be multiplied by 100. So it would actually cost you $500 to just buy one contract. And that might be a lot of money for a lot of you to kind of gamble with options. At the end of the day, you have to understand buying options, whether you're buying calls or puts, it is a gamble. So $500 might be a lot for you guys to gamble with. That's why I pulled up MSTU, because for MSTU, like for example, if you wanted to buy some options at the $18 price point, it went up by 52 cents. So we do the last ask price, which is at $1.10 minus it went up by 52 cents, which would put it at 58 cents times 100. So this would only cost you like $58 for one contract. See, so that's the difference. So that's why I have both of them pulled up to show you a comparison. So to buy the $18 put options, say on Thursday, Wednesday, it would have cost you like only $58 for one contract. And you see like it went up by 89%. So that $58 would have turned into like $110. Again, if you went and bought like 10 of these contracts, that would be the same as buying one of the MSTR contract at like say $300. But again, like I said, since it is a gamble, you don't want to put too much capital in. You want to keep it nice and small and you want to exit really fast. So I'm going to go into exactly how to use this Bitcoin volatility right now to gamble on some options and possibly make some money. But if you're having a hard time understanding options, again, this is like second nature to me because I've been doing this for like 10 plus years, but I know it can get a little bit confusing. So if you want more like 101 help, then go to the website dnchartmastery.com. The link will be in the description. So please check the description and there you can book a call with me and I can go over exactly how to trade options. I can teach you how to trade options and how to read these charts. But the play that I want to show you right now is, for example, like we know Bitcoin is very volatile. So we're going to go look at the 15-minute chart. If you've been following my channels, you know, like I'm a fan of 45-minute chart, but when it comes to messing with options, we want to take a look at the 15-minute chart because the 15-minute is more sensitive and we have to know exactly when to get in and get out. So you see right here, all throughout like Thursday leading up to Friday, even all throughout like, you know, all throughout like Wednesday, Thursday, on the 15-minute chart, it was trading below this 50 and the 200 moving average on the 15-minute chart. So the goal is to possibly use the Bitcoin chart as a leading indicator to determine what will happen with MSTR and therefore MSTX, which is a direct derivative of MSTR, and then play some options on the MSTX, which is the cheapest option we have available. So that's the goal. We want to see if we can use the Bitcoin chart as a leading indicator. So on Thursday, this is what the chart would have looked like. And you can see like it's clearly on a downtrend. If I draw some lines, if I draw some trend lines, maybe it'll be easier to see. See like right here, it's like clearly on a downtrend, like right here, it's trading in the channel. Again, it's very sensitive because we're looking at the 15-minute chart. So it looks like something is going down. And again, like we know like this massive dump happened because of like the whole Trump announcement and all this. You can hear more about it in like the other YouTube videos. But even before that, we could see on the chart like something was going on. Like this was on a downtrend. Like it wasn't like trading exactly sideways or definitely not on an uptrend. Like it was on an uptrend until like, you know, like this was a clear uptrend. You see like clear uptrend and then it was consolidating for, you know, maybe half a day. And then here it was clearly on a downtrend. And then we go to MSTR. So Bitcoin was clearly on a downtrend and you see on MSTR. So this is a clear signal. Like you see on the 15-minute chart, you have like kind of a dead cross, which is a 50 crossing below the 200. And the price is trading below both the 50 and the 200. And if you look at the 50, it's a clear downtrend on the 15-minute chart. So here it's a clear downtrend. Like even way back in Tuesday, you knew that it was a downtrend. And the way the options work, so right now we're only seeing the options that expired October 17th. So this Friday. So that means the options that expired last Friday were even more volatile. Like they went up even higher. They're probably like 200, 300x. And the thing is, there would have been way back in Tuesday and Wednesday, they would have been even cheaper, way cheaper than what we're seeing right now. So like the increase would be even more. But this is what I kind of want to show you guys. So Bitcoin was showing, okay, there's something going on. It's on a downtrend. And then MSTR, when we come to MSTR, it's clearly on a downtrend. And even if you didn't buy some options on Tuesday or Wednesday, even if you bought it on Thursday, then you would have still made like a massive like 100%, 200% profit for the options that expired next week. Not even the options that already expired. The options that expired on Friday, they were up even more, like 300-400%. This is what I kind of want to show you, like a trade between Bitcoin and MSTR. Again, the MSTR options are too expensive, so go put MSTX on your watch list because you see, look at the graph. The MSTR and MSTX trade exactly the same. It's just a 2x leverage, and the MSTX options are cheaper. So I can tell you, like, I wouldn't have the data exactly, but on Tuesday, the $18 options would have been something like maybe 30 cents or something. And now it's trading at $1.10. So you're looking at a 4x from Tuesday. We're seeing 89% because this is the difference from Thursday to Friday, but on Tuesday and Wednesday it was even cheaper. So this is kind of what I want to bring to your attention. This is very interesting when it comes to like how to use the Bitcoin volatility right now to make some money using options. Again, options, I've said over and over, extremely risky. Like for example, like say you had some 20, so let's go back to the MSTX. So say you had some $20 put options, and on Friday, instead of like going all the way down to $18, the stock was trading at 20.49, like somewhere around here, just traded sideways. You would have lost 100% of your money. So that's what makes options incredibly risky. So you have to have some experience, and you have to like really understand what you're doing, and you have to know exactly when to get out. But I thought this video was interesting because this is something, if you're watching my videos, you see that I always have BTC and MSTR on my watch list, because when the opportunity is there, like something like this, because we're going to such volatile territory, options is a great play. And I want to show you something else. So as of right now, Sunday, I'm making this video Sunday night. Bitcoin is recovering right now. On the 15-minute chart, we got a good golden cross on the 15-minute chart, and it looks like it is going to recover. So let's zoom out a little bit. So say if it does go up to like a previous like $120 by the end of this week, so that's a good 5% increase. So on MSTR, we could see it go up to 5%. It would be like around like 10%. So, and then on MSTX, we would see it go up double, so 20%. So on MSTX, we should see it go up to around, say, $22, right? So if the thesis is that the Bitcoin is recovering right now, again, even on the 45-minute, we got a buy signal, it's recovering. And if the thesis is that, okay, Bitcoin is going to go back up to $120 by Friday of this week, that's the thesis. That means MSTX should be trading above $22. And now take a look at this. You could buy some $22 call options for 35 cents. And if it goes clearly above $22, say it goes up to like $23, this $22 call options would be worth at least $1. So 1 divided by 0.35, you're looking at a 300% increase on the $22 call options. And you'll see similar increases. Maybe I'm not going to do the math for every single one, but you'll see similar increase into like at least 100, 200% for the rest of the call options if Bitcoin price goes back up to $120. So there's some really good opportunity when Bitcoin is volatile. It's not always a bad thing. You can make money on the downside and on the upside. But one thing I'll leave this video with. So I find a lot of undervalued stocks on the channel, and just go take a look at my track record. Just go to my channel page, click on any random video, and then check the price right now. You'll see from the time I made the video, it went up at least 100, 200%. But I don't believe in any of these stocks. These are all just stocks that I am using to generate some income in the short term. I don't believe in a single stock. I don't believe in Apple. I don't believe in Google. I don't believe in any stock. Bitcoin is the only asset I believe in. And I suggest that if you want to preserve your purchasing power, you should put some money away into Bitcoin every single week, whatever you can afford. If you can afford $100, $50, whatever you can afford, Bitcoin is the only asset that will be here long term. Bitcoin is the best asset to preserve your capital, preserve your purchasing power. Bitcoin is the only thing I don't personally trade. Like I'll go and have some fun with some MSTX call options for fun, trying to like, gamble with some options. And whenever I trade stocks, you see my track record, like impeccable track record. I'll make money trading stocks. But Bitcoin is one thing I do not trade. Bitcoin is something I just blindly buy into whenever I have extra money, and I just let it sit. Bitcoin, I never sell. You should never sell any Bitcoin. You should only buy every week, every month, whatever you can afford. Never, ever sell your Bitcoin. Bitcoin is not a trade. Bitcoin is something you just accumulate as much as you can, little by little over time. So again, I hope this video was enjoyable. I hope I brought some new information to you about how to use the Bitcoin volatility to make some money in the options market. And if you want some one-on-one session, you can go to DN Chart Mastery. The link will be in the description, and book a call with me. Please like this video. Make sure you're subscribed to this channel, turn on your post notification, and I will see you on the next video. Thank you for watching.